A ticking time bomb in millions of American kitchens. Gas stoves have become a hot-button issue over the past week. But doctors have been sounding the alarm for years now.
Fox 13's Matthew Smith has been talking to people about what the harm means to them and why it matters. He joins us now. We'll talk pushback in a minute. But why the big concern? I mean, we love our gas stove. What is the health concern here?
I mean, we hear the phrase, now you're cooking with gas, right? This is kind of ingrained in American culture. But what this comes down to is a public health crisis, a public health concern for a lot of people. Asthma, heart problems, cognitive delays, all of this and more has been connected to gas stoves.
We need to be talking about regulating gas stoves, whether that's drastically improving emissions or banning gas stoves entirely.
That comment, coming less than a month ago, set off a firestorm. But the reality is, gas is something scientists and doctors have wanted to push to the back burner for years.
Even when you use them perfectly according to directions, even when they're turned off, they release nitrogen dioxide. So when you turn on a gas stove in your kitchen, the levels of nitrogen dioxide can go up well above Environmental Protection Agency standards within minutes.
As Dr. Dooley, part of Washington Physicians for Social Responsibility, tells me, gas stoves pose a real threat. New research looks back at decades of data, and it shows that gas stoves are the cause to just under 13% of all U.S. child asthma cases. That's on par with secondhand smoking.
Asthma is the most well-studied, but it's not just asthma. It's heart problems, cognitive issues. So, all these are linked. The gas industry does not want to talk about the health risks of gas stoves.
The industry, in the form of the American Gas Association, is pushing back, recently putting out a release saying attempts to generate consumer fears with baseless allegations to justify the banning of natural gas is a misguided agenda that will not improve the environment or the health of consumers. And while gas industry backers say gas stoves don't break any EPA standards, it is worth noting we don't have an indoor air standard, meaning a home putting out more air quality pollution than idling cars, smokestacks, or frankly, any amount of air pollution. They're technically right. It's why as far back as 2010, the World Health Organization has pushed for countries around the globe to come up with air quality standards, much like we do for the outdoors, for inside of our homes.
So on top of all that, survey teams actually went to stores, including right here in Washington State, and talked to retailers about gas stoves like they wanted to purchase them. When pressed about health concerns, 74% of store associates said they either weren't aware or that they flat out weren't concerned about health risks to gas stoves. So there's questions about how much the consumers know about this concern. We'll be posting more about that on fox13seattle.com after the show.
All right, thank you.